I tried to upload a video last night that was 48 minutes long, and then that didn't upload because it was saying it was going to take a whole 30 fucking hours to upload. So then I tried to upload a video that was 18 minutes long, and then I was able to get that one across. But I'm going to make this one way shorter because somebody hacking my phone, obviously. That's not a secret. Everybody knows this at this point in time. Um, Look, yo. It's December 10th, 2025. When I was at the Tiny Home Show, there was one particular day I was on the phone with Apple customer service, Apple customer care, yo. And anybody who ever called Apple before, that got an iPhone, they know that they got a feature that they can actually log into your phone. You can give them your phone number and your account number and all your account information, and then they can actually log into your phone and help you troubleshoot what's going on. So I called Apple one day, and the lady, you know how when you first confirm them to go into your phone and you approve them to go on your phone, you gotta hit confirm and then you gotta hit accept. I hit confirm and accept 3 different times. 3 different times the lady prompted my phone to basically let her in my phone. You know what I'm saying? To give permission to go in my phone. And that lady was on the phone. She was like, I never seen anything like this before. Like, this is weird. I never seen anything like this before. Then right after that, I asked her, I was like, is it another feature you could use to try to hurry up and troubleshoot who's hacking my phone? Because I told her, I was like, right now as I speak, I'm in Los Angeles, California. There's somebody hacking my phone at this shelter. And then this dude walked up out of this shelter. This dude was light-skinned, skinny, tall dude. This dude dyed his hair like blonde one day, then blue another day. It's something he did with his left hand. Yo, God talking to me about it. I don't know what this man did, but he was hanging out with the same, that Brian looking dude. And I said that all of them like that they was related to the people at the testimonial shelter because there was a lot of people walking around that tiny home shelter that was related to each other. I could just tell by their features. I'm talking about the people that was actually residents living there. You know what I'm saying? The dude that was my roommate, this old man named Mike, I told him he looked like that he could be related to the same exact people. When I say the people at the testimonial shelter, I'm talking about mainly specifically, it was this gay dude named Robert that used to be recording people at nighttime, yo. This dude used to be sitting in his bunk bed recording people. I didn't know if he was on Snapchat. I didn't know what he was doing. He used to be recording people. And when I spoke on that, they kicked me out. And when I also spoke about people putting stuff in my possession and stuff, my shit coming up missing, I had some great boxers that came up missing one day when I went washing in the laundry room. This was around August 12, 2024. You know what I'm saying? When I spoke on that in September 2024, they kicked me out. So I was observing the people's features and the way people look and stuff when I came to the other shelter, and I felt like, okay, it's a lot of people around here that look like they're related to each other, not by gang. I believe they're related by gang also, but I also saw they related by family, yo. I saw that. So that older guy, Mike, I didn't trust him because it was one particular day, man. It was this one lady that was outside of the tiny home shelter, and I was just making convo with this lady. And right before I was making convo with this lady asked that man for some money that was my roommate, the older man named Mike. And he told me that he didn't know her at all. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm talking to her probably like 10 minutes later after she asked him for some money or something. And he was like, oh, you don't know them either, huh? The dude that was my roommate, I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't know you. I'm like, are you joking right now? Like, do you hear how you talking to me right now? You talking all aggressive like I know you. Was like, I'm like, are you joking right now? He's like, no, I'm really not. So I thought that dude was probably kind of off or something like that. So somebody put weed in my possession on another day. Somebody put my clothes on, dirtied up my clothes on another day. It was one time I was sleeping. It was like I was like kind of incoherent while I was asleep because I actually like heard myself talking, but I was asleep. But it's like I felt myself talking, and I heard that old Mike guy yell out, "Stop doing drugs." And what made me skeptical and iffy of the man is one particular day I saw like he had like a scalpel on his bed, or it was on like a crate under his bed. It was on a crate on his bed or something like that. He had like a scalpel. And it was just weird how it was just sitting out in the open like that. And I couldn't even understand, like, what is he doing with that? That's not even like a shaving equipment. You know what I'm saying? So I pay attention to shit like that. So I felt like it was some weird stuff going on around that area, around the tiny home shelter, yo. It was somebody trying to frame me and sabotage me. And on this particular day, again, when I was on the phone with Apple customer service, Apple customer care, it was this light-skinned, skinny dude, yo. He was a little bit taller than me. You could tell he was young. He was in his 20s. He did something with his left hand, yo, because when I was on the phone with Apple and then she told me she couldn't get in, every time she tried to get in, she couldn't get in. She was like, I never seen anything like this. I said, somebody got my phone hacked right now as we speak. That dude walked up out of his shelter right after that. The tiny home units look like mini garages. There's 2 people to each unit. And I was in unit number 31 around the time when this happened. And as soon as that happened, yo, it's like his left hand, like when that dude walked up out of the shelter, it was like, I don't know, it was like God's spirit just zoomed in on his left hand. I can't explain it, yo. It was like that dude did something with his left hand, yo. And then like the next day after that, or a couple days after that, it was some dude yelling outside of the tiny home shelter, yelling like, you a fag, nigga, you a coward, you a punk, you a bitch ass, you a fag, nigga. And then people told me later on that was some dude that was standing on the outside of the shelter that wasn't that didn't live at that shelter, but was yelling at somebody that was working on the inside of that shelter. They told me it was some dude yelling at some dude named Vern that worked there. So it was a lot of weird ass shit going on there, yo. I said a long time ago, if anybody want to talk to me in person. Do not go by a cell phone or anything, because I felt like it was a lot of people there that was trying to frame me, yo. Meaning somebody tried to put something in my possession and make it look like that I was talking to somebody I possibly wasn't talking to. It was a lot of weird shit going on, yo. It was a lot of weird stuff going on at that shelter. It was creeping me the fuck out. And then another day, it was this lady who stayed across the unit from me named Monica. It was one day I was just making convo like, hey, what's up? You been all right today? Whatever. And I made a video saying I just had a dream. I saw this lady with like blood on her face. And then that lady, Monica, she ended up like leaving for a few days and stuff like that. And I didn't know why. To be honest, I was thinking like, dang, is this something that she know that she feel like she want to tell me something? Dog, when I was at the Regal Tower Apartments, I got on the flight June 10, 2025. I'm at the Regal Tower Apartments, yo. I saw this one girl that was walking to the convenience store that was around there, and she was caramel skin, had like a big forehead, but she was kind of attractive. You know what I'm saying? She was, but she kind of sort of looked like the same people that was at the testimonial show. She looked like she could have been related to that dude, that Robert dude, and also that dude, Robert, who had an older brother named Mike. I ain't seen, dog, them niggas was not friends of mine, like somebody I hang out with on some everyday basis type shit. Dog, those were just people that I saw around the shelter when I lived at the shelter. You know what I'm saying? Walk down the hallway and nod your head and keep it moving. But when I started speaking on that one dude recording people at nighttime, a lot of people start kind of sort of stalking me everywhere I went in Los Angeles, California. And I could tell by the features on their face, all of them was related to each other. So I thought at first that people was moving in a positive way. I thought that somebody had tried to start some shit with me and they was watching my back, like making sure that nothing fucked up happened to me. But I got older and older within, like, you know, I don't mean like within age, but I got more observant and I started processing shit differently. And I think a lot of them were just stalking me, yo. And again, when I was at the Regal Tower Apartments, it was this caramel skin girl there, and she looked like she could have been related to them same people that was at the testimonial shelter, yo. So I think for a long time now, like I think they got a big family. They've been telling people to like stalk me type shit, but I don't think it's for a good purpose. Man, look. Everybody know that I spoke a long time ago about how my family members don't look the same. For a long time now, I've been getting lied on, defamed, framed, slandered, scandalized, manipulated, humiliated, and also framed, yo, sabotaged. To sabotage somebody, that's like somebody putting some drugs in my possession and trying to make it look like I'm doing drugs and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? This is why I spoke on. When I was walking down 3rd Street one day, this one dude that I saw this one dude that was knocked out, literally knocked out, sleep on the motherfucking sidewalk. I thought he overdosed. So I'm talking, it's another short white dude out there. I'm talking to him like, yeah, man, you should call the police, man. I think this nigga the overdose. I tried to wake him up. That man eyes was rolled to the back of his head. I thought he was gone. I thought he was dead or something, or possibly on his way to death. So they called the police. I left and went to go grab one of them Narcan things, Narcan, whatever the fuck you call it. It's things you give people when they overdose. So when I came back, the EMS was there and they told me that dude that just walked away. He got up and walked away. It was another day. This shit was weird as hell. I'm walking down 3rd Street again. I saw somebody had a flame. It was like somebody had set a fire under somebody's car. And whoever had did that shit, they did that on purpose. It was intentionally. And I remember seeing that shit and then like walking in the middle of the street because I didn't know how big the fire was from far away. It looked like somebody had tried to start a fire. And I ran across the street like, what the fuck? And then I came back across the street. Somebody literally like set some paper or something on fire under somebody's car. Dog, this is between Rampart and Coronadale or something like that. It used to be a building over there that people use for basically for Wi-Fi. The name of that building is called like a dialysis building or something like that. But outside of that building, a lot of people used to be standing outside around that area over there because they used to be using the Wi-Fi over there. They told me it was free Wi-Fi over there. I went over there and used the Wi-Fi before too. And I was also using the Wi-Fi at the Domino's Pizza place. And ain't no telling what happened, man. Ain't no telling what people did with my phone, because I'm starting to believe now that Wi-Fi that I was using, it was a public Wi-Fi, meaning it did not require a password. You just walk up and then you hit guest. I'm starting to believe, man, people was using my Wi-Fi for a very long time. But the main reason why I'm recording this video right now is because that older dude, Mike, he was an older man. It was times I woke up out of my sleep asking that dude, hey, man, you on some weird shit? Did you let somebody in here? I thought that dude that let somebody come in that apartment unit 31 and try to make up a lie about me a few different times. And it was one day he had like a blade on his bed or something, yo. Like, it was like a scalpel on his blade. And it just made me real skeptical. It was either on his bed or in his crate. I remember he had a crate. And it just made me real skeptical of the man, yo. It just made me real suspicious, like, because it stood out. It wasn't nothing around or anything like that. So in my mind, I'm thinking, man, they probably doing some shit and trying to frame me, yo. That's just how I was thinking. Now, if it sound like paranoia, cool, but I think a lot of foul shit was going on. And again, I was on the phone with Apple customer service one day. It was this one dude that just kept, like, every day this dude would walk past me, he'll be rapping a song, but he'll be directing that shit toward me, like talking about niggas getting popped, talking about niggas getting shot, and then he'll be pointing at me, walking through the unit, and then he'll be pointing. I did not know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So by June 10th, 2025, I felt like God was saying, okay, leave. Like, leave right now, and then, you know, speak on what's going on. God was like telling me to move like that, and I couldn't understand why, because I had preferred to stay, because I feel like God was telling me to stick around. But it was a whole lot more tension that was just starting to get more intensified around that area, yo. Main reason being because a lot got told on me, and everybody covered it and tried to protect whoever lied on me. This is true, yo. And I didn't know that nigga I didn't know the light-skinned dude that used to be, like, every time I walk up out of the bathroom or something, I'll be sitting down around the tiny home units by the picnic table. That dude will walk past, he'll be rapping the song. Imagine somebody like rapping the song and they walk past it and they point at you. And then they keep on walking and stuff like that. This nigga talking about niggas getting popped, niggas getting shot, all of that. What made me, like, say, okay, let me just take what God is saying. That older dude, Mike, the older guy. One day, this nigga told me, like, you gonna end up dead, because I was talking about videos that I'll be releasing, and I'm talking about how I'm, like, spreading vindication. And he started talking to me about, like, yeah, you gonna end up, somebody gonna kill you, you gonna end up dead too, for, like, basically chasing your vindication. And I'm like, man, if somebody do something, like put something in my possession and try to frame me to look like I'm talking to somebody that I'm not talking to, try to frame me to look like I'm having sex, try to frame me to look like I'm doing something scandalous, I'm gonna speak on it. That nigga, and around that time, that was when I called up a couple of my cousins, and they was like, yeah, just come back to Michigan for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around that area knew each other. I ain't know nobody around there. So once it got to the point where niggas started walking around talking about, oh, you gonna end up dead and this and that, and I pop this and I shoot this and all of that, I was like, yeah, man, let me just get out the way for a minute. That's the truth, yo. This the truth. I said this a long time ago. If anybody got to talk to me, fucking talk to me in person, yo. Because it's been a lot of people that's lied on me. So you can't put your trust in somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Basically expecting somebody else to carry themselves with a high morale or something, or some type of sense of honesty. Like I said, a lot of people has lied on me. That's why I stated it was some people that was at that shelter that was cool. It was a lot of people that wasn't cool, yo. That's just the truth. And I'm not gonna lie about my family members looking different and stuff like that. I said, like, look, they truly look like that they been cloned, yo. Pictures look photoshopped. Nothing is the same, yo. Nothing is the same. And not to mention, I'm part of the 144,000 Israelites. God be giving me dreams and visions, yo. And it's real messed up, because some of the dreams and the visions God gave me, he just let me know, like, it's real messed up what they doing. And I know God is going to intervene at some point. I don't know when, but man, look, I had to drive out and record this video. It's 4:32 p.m. December 10, 2025. I had to drive out and record this video right quick because my phone keep fucking getting hacked. So this AJ, yo. And I just wanted to be more clear on this, because based off the stuff that I keep looking at online, based off the stuff that I keep looking at on the internet, I believe that it's a lot of people that trying to frame me and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that light-skinned dude, though, one day this dude dyed his hair blue, he dyed his hair blonde another day. One day I'm talking to this one lady about my phone getting hacked. She actually worked at the shelter. He walked past and was like, like took a deep breath. You know how you talking to somebody just walked past and be like, you know what I'm saying? So after that, I went walking down 3rd Street because I thought that dude had a problem with me or something. And I walked down 3rd Street. He didn't say nothing to me. I didn't say nothing to him. And I just kept on moving. I just kept on walking. But the next day after that, I'm on the phone with Apple customer care, and that dude walking around with his shirt off. And see, that dude, he did something with his left hand, yo, because it was like God used me for a few seconds, and it was like he zoomed in on that man's left hand. That dude did something, yo. And then after that, Probably like a day or two after that, or maybe that same day, I heard some dude yelling out, "You a fag, nigga, you a coward, nigga, you a coward, you a fag, nigga." And then like a couple days later, I ended up getting on the flight. So this is probably like June 7th or June 8th of 2025. It was some dude, or June 9th or June 10th of 2025. I don't remember the exact day. But I got on the flight June 10th, 2025, and came back to Michigan for my cousin Evie's funeral. And that's not the first time. It was one time I was at the testimonial shelter, and this one dude named Morgan whose shoes got stolen. I asked this dude if there was some type of problem with me and him. I saw him walking down Western one day. I went walking down Western just to make sure there was no negativity. I'm not calling nobody out, but when you around a bunch of people and stuff like that, people could look at you in a negative type of way. So it's been times, even that Brian Cooper dude, you know what I'm saying? It was times I saw him like walking down the street, and I just go walking down the street because I was trying to make sure it was no kind of negativity around me. Other people look at it like, "Oh, you calling somebody out?" No, I'm just making sure it's not something negative being said or somebody trying to frame me and sabotage me. But it was something going on, and I kept on trying to grasp onto it. But I said in the other video before, I truly believe that I got family members that got lied to and reeled out to Cali, and then a bunch of messed up stuff happened because my mom filed a missing person report in September 2024. September 24th, 2024, she filed a missing person report on me. Nobody came up to me and told me that a missing person report was filed. No police officer, nobody that worked for an agency, nobody that worked for a shelter, nobody came and told me that. Nobody, not a single person told me that a missing person report was filed. Nobody, yo. The first thing people do when you file a missing person report is look around hospitals and shelters and all of that, and nobody said a single word. So when I say my mom all of a sudden look different, don't remember stuff, pictures look Photoshop, everybody say I'm crazy. I kept trying to figure out what God was trying to tell me. Part of the 144,000 Israelites for God, yo. A lot of people go deny me. It's somebody out here lying on me, trying to steal my story and stuff. It's a lot of people trying to frame me, yo. I came to Cali with my mind made up on trying to get my life together, trying to progress for the better, and that was it. And a lot of people started lying on me, trying to frame me and sabotage me. So it's somebody with a lot of money or a lot of power that's trying to help people frame and sabotage me because I said before, I've seen car accidents in the past. I spoke of like February and March of 2016. I saw this one lady crash her car in Fort Myers, Florida, in like the parking lot of the Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? This lady crashed her car. I think that, man, that lady was either drunk or she was running from somebody. I was at a red light and I saw a car fly across the street and then run into a car in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I said, if anybody's putting that on my name, the only way that could be covered up is if somebody that was a firefighter or ambulance driver or police officer helped maintain that lie. I spoke at one time, I heard I dropped this dude off at the hospital back in the summertime of 2013. He had a little cousin that got hit by a car. And they told me about who had hit the kid and all of that. And I went to spend some time with this girl later on that day at the apartment complex on 96 and Telegraph, and she told me that she think that that person that got hit was related to her ex-boyfriend. And come to find out, she was telling the truth. But if somebody tried to put that on my name, I said before, it's a lot of people that's working in an organized way that's a part of some brotherhood, some type of cult, some type of sisterhood, sorority, fraternity, some type of clique or gang, and they actually helping each other lie. I spoke on how one time I saw this dude driving a van down West Chicago in the summertime of 2013, and he ran this lady over. He was in this green van, I think, some type of a dark color, and he ran this lady over that was walking on the sidewalk, and the police was driving right behind him. They wasn't even about to pull nobody over, but it was just a coincidence that they was driving right behind this guy, and as soon as he hit that lady, they pulled him over. Before they asked any questions, they put that nigga in the back of the car. And the lady's son was out there trying to fight the guy because when her whole family pulled up and saw her laid out on the sidewalk like that, the whole family was trying to fight this dude. I spoke on all of this before. And again, this one dude that had like red hair, I said that he looked like this dude named Big Red on that movie 5 Heartbeats. He's like a skinny version of him. This dude was laid out. I thought he overdosed. I left and went to grab one of them little Narcon, whatever they called. I was on the phone with my sister Keisha. I was even on the phone with my sister Keisha telling her, you look different. You look like you've been cloning something. I even said that to her. You know what I'm saying? And when I got back, that dude was gone. The next day I told that dude, I was like, hey, man, I was like, that was me that put that money in your pocket because when that dude had his pockets inside out when he passed out on the sidewalk. So I was like, I had put $5 in that nigga pocket because I thought somebody had robbed him. I thought he overdosed and somebody robbed him. That nigga told me somebody hit him in the face. Somebody hit him. Around that same area he was laid out at. A lot of people be standing around there because there's free Wi-Fi around that area. It was a couple times I stood around that area for about 5 minutes just because it was free Wi-Fi over there. It was times I stood around that Domino's because it was free Wi-Fi over there. I stopped using the Wi-Fi at the tiny home shelter because everybody was telling me that they didn't have Wi-Fi at that shelter. So I couldn't understand why that dude told me. It was this Hispanic dude that told me one day, hey, man, this is the name of the Wi-Fi. And he told me it was Westlake, but it wasn't. They didn't even have a Wi-Fi at that tiny home shelter. And that same dude that told me that was the same dude that tried to offer me some food when I was on like day number 7 or day number 8 of fasting. And I made a video saying I've been fasting for this amount of time, for X amount of time. That dude, I was walking down 3rd Street to the store grabbing a juice one day, grabbing the apple juice, and that dude was like, hey man, you want some food? And I was like, why you? And I just looked at him like, no, I'm good, bro. But it was ironic to me because that dude, they never offered me food before, but on that particular day, he was offering me food. Speaking of that actor, his name was Big Red in the movie The Five Heartbeats. I saw that dude in person in the summertime of 2005. Me, my mom, my brother, my sisters, Will, Brandon, my auntie Malina, we all, Esau, we all went to, my sister Keisha, Alicia, my mom, we all went to New York in the summertime of 2005. And we went to this place called Sylvia's Kitchen. And we saw that it was that one dude was in there that was the actor for on that one role on The Five Heartbeats. His name was Big Red in this movie. I actually saw that dude in this place called Sylvia's Kitchen. It was this lady that I used to talk to named Sylvia back in the day. I think I recorded her. I think she had a son that was like 18 years old or something like that. But I never uploaded that video. So if somebody got that video of me having sex with this lady named Sylvia back in the day that was like 40 some years old at the time, I think I was like 26. Somebody hacked my phone and did that. It wasn't me. So I'm about to upload this on YouTube, yo. It still is a lot of weird ass shit going on. But I realized what happened. A lot of people was basically hacking my phone all day and was telling people to scandalize my name, and it was gay men making up lies about me, people trying to make me look sexually active. I'm gonna say this one more time. The last time I stolen, I was a teenager, yo. I was a teenager, like 16, 17 years old. The last time I smoked or drank or was even intoxicated was in February 2023. The last time I engaged in sex was February 2022, yo. The last time I jacked off was November 2023. Late November 2023. I've been practicing semen retention for 2 whole years now. Celibate for almost 4 years, sober for almost 3 years. All these lies. It's AJ, yo. It's 4:41 p.m. December 10th, 2025. So I'm letting God handle everything, but at the same time, I'm being observant of everything that's going around. But in due time, I'm going to be successful in the future. So I'm going to find out regardless either way it goes. Like, that's just that. And a lot of people label how much of a man they are based off of their money. A lot of people label how much of a man they are based off of notoriety. I'm not going to compare how much of a man I am with somebody else. I'm a man. That's naturally. I'm a man first. So I'm not going to say I'm more of a man than this nigga or that nigga or that nigga. Or I'm the most authentic nigga in the room. No. But I'm just trying to figure out what God is telling me. I'm going to walk with God right now. So I'm not going to compare myself with anybody. I'm gonna say this again though. If it's some celebrity who think they ever held a back and forth conversation with me, you did not. You was not talking to me. You was talking to somebody that was hacking my phone. Don't put your trust. My advice to anybody that's a celebrity and anybody that's not a celebrity, don't put your trust in any kind of conversation that you have with someone else about me until you've been around me in person. Because a lot of people are making up fucked up lies out here, yo. They don't give a fuck. There's a lot of people trying to frame me and lie on me and sabotage me. I don't even know where else to I spoke with this one girl named Jana that I talked to back in 2021. And on the way to come holler at her and hang out with her, the police had pulled me over because they was pulling everybody over. I thought they was doing DUI stops, but they was looking for somebody, yo. And I gave them my ID, pulled up at her place, got head from her, and that was it. Something happened somewhere down the line with one of these ladies, and somebody's trying to put something on my name. I think some lady got attacked. I think somebody lost their life at some point in time, and somebody trying to put that shit on me, yo. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to look up ex-girlfriends in the past to see if something bad happened to any of them, and they all pretty much the same. If something happened to somebody else, I'm being kept out. Nobody's telling me. And I'm going to say this. If it's a bunch of people trying to frame me and say that I did something scandalous to somebody or did something messed up with somebody, if it's a bunch of people doing that, right, it's also a lot of people that's in on it. It's a lot of people that's in on this shit, that's helping cover this up. It's not just a couple niggas that's hating on me and lying on me. It's not just a couple ladies that's hating on me and lying on me. It's a bunch of people that's organized, that came up with an organized plan to try to frame me, to try to sabotage me, to try to lie on me and defame me. If it's some lady running around Florida saying that she been impregnated, that's a bold-faced lie. If it's somebody running around Michigan saying they've been impregnated by me or they had sex with me, that's a bold-faced lie. Last time I engaged in sex was February 2022, and that lady that I had sex with, name was Martha. That's the last time I engaged in sex. When I got done having sex with her, the condom came up missing. I was looking around like, where the condom at? This and that, this and that. And that was it. I got up and left after that. And then a whole lot of my stuff got tampered with. A whole lot of my clothes got tampered with after that. I think somebody broke into my car and took pictures of my clothes. Probably took a picture of that condom that came up missing in February 2022 and tried to frame me. Tried to lie on me. So it's been times I woke up out of my sleep and I felt like I ejaculated sperm in my sleep. And I'll immediately say, yo, was somebody in here? Did you do something to me in my sleep? I've done that before. I've asked my aunties that. I've asked people that at the tiny home shelter because I was on some paranoid shit. I've done that. If I was paranoid, okay, I can admit, my apologies. I'm sorry, I was paranoid. Even when it come to me saying that I believe that some police officers got it out to get me, I can say my apologies, I was paranoid. You know what I'm saying? And I can go from there. But I'm not about to let somebody frame me and sabotage me when I'm on the walk with God and God is telling me directly, yo, something ain't right. And God see everything. God see what everybody doing. I'm going to figure it all out. And the main reason why I say it's best for somebody to talk to me in person, because there's been a lot of people that's lied on me in the past, and other people has relied on somebody else to give them the scoop on me, but they didn't know that that person that they was talking to was telling a fucked up ass lie. So I've been praying mainly specifically lately for my family that look different. I said they look like they've been cloned. They look like the pictures look photoshopped. My mom and my siblings, they look photoshopped. So I've been praying God deliver me from evil, my whole family and everybody else, protect everybody from evil and danger and all of that. Because I know something ain't right, Joe. It's 4:46 p.m. December 10, 2025. It's AJ, yo. And I'm not lying about anything I just spoke on, you feel me? But a lot of people have tried to frame me and lie on me. And what makes me so fucking mad is I don't understand why couldn't nobody... It's better to talk to me in person, yo. It's just that simple. It's been times I feel like it was animosity around certain people when I was in LA. Anytime I ever felt like it was something weird going around, I just go for a walk to clear my mind and to also see if something negative happened when I go on that walk. Is somebody gonna say something negative to me? Because I'll be that curious to try to figure out like what's going on. Or to be honest, not even curious, but kind of sort of paranoid. Because I'll be feeling like, let me nip this in the bud now to make sure nothing negative is happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a lot of weird activity going on, yo. What the fuck? I said before, don't take anything anybody say about me and take it for truth and then run with it. As soon as I got back to Detroit, Michigan, or Southfield, Michigan at the Regal Tower Apartments, I was having dreams and visions of my sister screaming out to me for help, calling out my name for help. Everything I'm talking about, I reached out to my whole family in South Carolina. They ain't say a single word to me, yo. Told my dad all of this, and he didn't say a single word. So it's a lot of people that's in secret societies, yo, Masons and Eastern Stars, that's doing a whole lot of scandalous things to me, trying to frame me and sabotage me. And they're using other people that's in cults and gangs and brotherhoods and sisterhoods and fraternities or sororities or some type of an organization, and they trying to maintain some type of a hold over me. Because the only way that they can be successful at maintaining the life for this long is if everybody is in on it, yo. It's AJ.